Hi everyone, welcome to Rushchem summary videos. In this video, I'm summarizing the lesson atomic structure. Okay, so what is atomic number and the mass number? So atomic number is the number of protons in a neutral atom. The number of protons and electrons are equal. So what is mass number? Then mass number is the number of protons plus the neutrons is called the mass number. So for example, if you take carbon, so it's in the periodic table, you can see there are two numbers. So one is 6, the other one is 12. The smaller number is called the atomic number here. So for carbon, atomic number is 6 and 12 is the mass number. So which means in this case, so atomic number 6 means carbon has 6 protons and protons and electrons are equal. Therefore, carbon will have 6 electrons. And how do we find the neutrons? So now we know the mass number equals to protons plus neutrons. So therefore, to find the neutrons, what we do, it is the mass number minus the atomic number. So neutrons are 6. We'll take another example. So you have sodium. So sodium is 11 and 23. So 11 is the atomic number and 23 is the mass number. So then how many protons are there? 11. How many electrons are there? The same. Protons and electrons are same. And how many neutrons? It's 23 minus 11. So therefore 12 neutrons. Okay, now we will see how to write the electronic configuration according to the shell model. So electronic configuration is showing how many electrons are in each energy level. So you can see here, first energy level can have 2 electrons, the second one can have maximum of 8 electrons, the third one is 18 and the fourth one is 32. So these are the maximum number of electrons that you can find in any energy level. Okay, so we'll take the example sodium. So sodium's atomic number is 11. So sodium has atomic number 11, which means it got 11 protons. And we know the protons and electrons are equal in neutral atoms. Therefore, electrons are also 11. So we write the electronic configuration for these 11 electrons. So which is, I write 2, 8, 1. So 2 represent what? The first energy level has 2 electrons. That's the maximum. The second energy level can hold then 8 electrons. That's the maximum for the second energy level. And then the third energy level will only have 1 because you want to make 11 electrons. So you got 2 and 8, so that's 10 electrons. The other electron will go to the third energy level. Okay, now we'll take argon. So argon is 18 atomic number, so which means 18 protons and 18 electrons. So how do you now arrange 18 electrons in energy level? So I put 2 into the first energy level and then 8 into the next one. The third one will also have 8 to make it 18. Okay, then we'll go to scandium. So scandium is 21. So it got 21 electrons. Okay, so now what happens? So I put 2 electrons into the first energy level and then I put 8 electrons into the next one. So now we learn here third energy level can hold 18. But what happens is once the third shell contains 8 electrons, the next 2 will go to the fourth energy level. So you can't straight away fill the third energy level up to 18. So what we do, once the third energy level contains 8, we put the next 2 electrons into the fourth energy level. Then only we fill the third level. Okay, so according to here, so scandium is 21. So 2, 8, 8. So that's 2, 8, 10, then 8, 18. Now you have 18 electrons, right? So then now if the third shell got 8, so I put next 2 electrons into the fourth energy level. So now you have here 2, 8, 8, 2 means I got 20 electrons. So to make it 21, I have to come back and fill the third energy level. So which means 8 plus, I put another 1 electron into the third level. So that's why scandium is 2, 8, 9, 2. So how I got 2, 8, 9, 2. So I have 2, 8, then 8 and the other 1 electron, right? Plus 2 and the other 2 electrons from the fourth shell. So that makes it 2, 8, 9, 2. Okay, we'll look at another example, manganese. So manganese is 25 electrons. Okay, so how do we make 25 now? So I can do 2, then 8, 8, 2. So once you have 8 electrons in the third level, I put the next 2 into the fourth level. So 2, 8, 8, 2 means 20. So I want to make it 25. So I add another 5 electrons into the third level. So that makes it 2, 8, 13, 2. Okay, now we'll take krypton, which is 36. So how do we make 36 now? Okay, so I'll write here. So it's now 2. So I want to make 36. So we have 2, then 8, then 8, 2. So 2, 8, 8, 2 means what? 20. Okay, so then if I want to make it 36. So I want to have another 16, right? So if you now third shell can only have maximum of 8, maximum of 18, which means I can only put another 10 here. Right, so that's then 2, 8, 18, 2. Right, so then 2, 8, 10, then 28, 30 only. So you want then 6 more electrons. So therefore now I can fill the fourth shell. So the remaining 6 now I can add to the fourth shell. So that will make it 2, 8, 18 and 8. So that's how we get for krypton 2, 8, 18 and 8. So first I write 2, 8, 8, 2, which is 20. Then I fill the third shell with 10 electrons. I fill the third shell here with 10 electrons. So that makes third shell 18. So I still need 6 more electrons to make it 36. So therefore those 6 electrons now I add into the fourth energy level to make it 2, 8, 18, 8. Okay, now we will look at the subshell electronic configuration of elements. Okay, so to write the subshell electronic configuration, we use this diagram here, right? So it's 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 like this. So what is this 1s2 representing? One means the first energy level. So S means the S subshell, and 2 is the maximum number of electrons you can have here. For example, when I say 3d10, so third energy level, the d orbital, and which can have maximum of 10 electrons. Right, now we will write sodium. So we know sodium is 11. So how do you make now 11 electrons? So I can do 1s2. So count the top numbers. So top numbers are showing the number of electrons. So you need to follow these arrows diagonally like this. So 1s2, then 2s2, 2p6. So count these top numbers. So 2, 4, and that's 6. So it's 10 electrons. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 is making 10 electron, and you want one more electron to make it 11. So therefore it's 3s, but it's not 3s2 because you only need one more electron. It is then 3s1. So that's why the sodium subshell configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Okay, so if you take argon, so argon is 18. So how do we write 18 then? So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, right? So that is up to 2p6 is 10, then 3s2, that will make it 12, and then 3p6. So if you have another 6 electrons, it will be 18. So the argon's configuration is then 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Okay, now we look at scandium. So scandium is 21. So how do we make 21? So always count these top numbers. The top numbers must add up to 21 now. So follow the lines, follow these arrows diagonally like this. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Note, after 3p, it is not 3d, it is 4s, right? So 3p6, 4s2, then 3d. So 3p6, 4s2 will give you 20. Up to here, it's 20. So then now I want to make it 21. So I write 3d, 1 only. So that's why the scandium is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, and 3d1, right? But after getting this configuration, to get an order, if you want, you can change these 4s2 and 3d1, and I can say 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. I can write 3d1 first and then 4s2. So I'm not changing the number of electrons, but I just put the 3d first and then 4s to get an order. Okay, so like that, we'll do one more example, manganese. So manganese is then 25. So how do we do 25 then? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, up to here, it's 20 electrons. So after that, then 3d5, because you want to make it 25, so it will be then 3d5. So you get 4s2, ending up with 4s2, 3d5 orders. To get an order, I can first write 3d5, then 4s2. Both ways are correct. Okay, now we will see how do we write electronic configuration of ions. So there are two types of ions called cations and anions. So cations are the positive ions, which are result from removing electrons from an atom, and anions are the negative ones. So negative ones result by gaining electrons from atoms. So we'll take these two examples, manganese and manganese 2+. So we have written the configurations already. For manganese, this the shell configuration is 2, 8, 13, 2. So if it is manganese 2+, so 2+ means after removing 2 electrons. So then you remove these 2 electrons, so that result in 2, 8, 13. The subshell configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d5, 4s2. So now you need to remove 2 electrons to make it manganese 2+. Therefore, you remove the last 2 electrons. Remember, always you remove electrons from the outermost shell. So in this case, the outermost shell is the 4th shell. So therefore, you remove 2 electrons from the 4th shell. Therefore, it will be 3d. It will end up with 3d5. Okay, now we'll take sulfur. So sulfur is 16. So 16 is 286. So now 2 minus, so S2 minus, which is an anion. So now if it is an anion, you have to gain electrons. So you have 6 electrons. When you gain 2 more, so 2 minus means gaining 2 electrons. So it becomes 288. So that's the configuration of S2 minus. Okay, now we look at the subshell configuration. So sulfur is 16, so which is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. So now gain 2 more electrons. So when you gain 2 electrons, so 3p4 becomes 3p6. Everything else is same. So that's how we write the configuration of cations and anions. If it is a cation, you remove electrons. If it is an anion, you gain electrons. Okay, so that's the end of this video. So please do questions from RushChem study guide. You can find the questions and summary notes on pages 8 to 16. And thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions, so you want more information, so please visit our website www.rushchem.com. I will see you in another video. Bye.